Okay, let's turn down the music. That was someone. Give me a chance. I'm not used to these things. I should have a cook, you know. So today's one is a little bit weird because I don't know the name. So because I don't know the name for this dish, I'm going to call it. Well, okay. First of all, let's introduce outfit. Yeah, I put on this outfit because I'm feeling very, very ill right now. So I'm putting on this outfit to say, what you wear is what you feel. So I'm trying to feel like a soldier, even though I'm dying. But yeah. So basically, ooh, it's getting too hot, mama. It's getting too hot. Am I not hot? Hey. Anyway, so this video is supposed to be me cooking this dish that I have no name for. I don't have a name for this dish. Like I said, 8 years ago, I was working at Hens and Moretz. Hens and Moretz, Babette. Who knows Hens and Moretz? Well, it's your local H&M. So I used to work at H&M, and one day in the staff room, I came in, and I think I was pregnant as well. And I came in, and I saw Mira, one of my babies. Yeah, she's a bebe. When I say someone is my bebe, it means I love them. So Mira was eating in the staff room. Sorry, my heartbeat keeps missing a bit sometimes, and it's a bit scary. Like you get out of breath with anemia, so I'm experiencing that a lot. And well, but it's not going to stop me from talking. So Mira was eating in the staff room, and it smelled really nice. And I said, "Hey, Mira, what is this?" She said, "I don't know. I just put it together, and I just like it." I said, "Oh, okay. What did you put?" She said, "Garlic, parsley, little bit of pepper. That's it." I said, "That's it." She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." Mira, by the way, she's from Eritrea, but she has a background from Eritrea, but she was born in Italy. So I don't know where she got this idea from, but I like it. And it's one of those dishes that I would do like every once in a while because it's not a dish that will make you full. Just to warn you, it will not make you full. It's kind of like an appetizer, but it's beautiful. So we are going to make this dish that I will call Mira, since Mira did not have a name for this dish. So today I'm a bit more organized than I was last time. Last time I was a mess, and I apologize. But because of the editing, that taught me a lesson. It's very hard to edit long videos, very, very hard, because there was a lot of mistakes I made on the ones that I've posted so far. And yeah, so basically let's get down to the cooking here. So today I wanted to talk about celibacy. Oh yes, we are going to talk about celibacy. Before we talk about celibacy, let's talk about buttery. Yeah, so we put the butter in. Come on, butter, don't let me down. 1 spoon of butter should be enough for you. So it's a very healthy dish, kind of. Like, well, you can't get healthier than this, I don't think. Yeah, I think this is the healthiest dish I cook. I think so. Yeah, so just 1 spoonful of butter. I need that actually. So you see how disorganized I am with everything. So I was going to put the butter in the cupboard, but don't mind me. I shouldn't be cooking actually because people should be bringing me soup. Belinda, Renata, where are you guys? Huh? Not forgetting you, Kenny. Please bring me fufu and okra soup. You know how I like it already, yeah? Please, I need all the energy because I'm so tired, like non-stop. I have to push myself a lot just to stand in front of you guys right now. Well, you're not here, but you will see this video later. But I'm feeling very, very tired and exhausted for some reason. So I'm going to put in a chili infused oil, adding to the butter. This is just so that the garlic can cook, because garlic is the base for this dish. Yeah, so you're gonna need loads and loads and loads of garlic. So this is our main ingredient, which is prawns. But with this dish, don't take out the head, leave everything, the skin, you have to leave it in, guys. There's a reason for it. It brings it a different kind of flavor. It's annoying when you're eating it, but it's very, very nice. So you don't take out the head, yeah? So the second main ingredient is garlic. Loads and loads of garlic. I abuse garlic, so you will get used to this. And then you have chili. I only put tiny bits because currently I'm not able to process a lot of spicy food because I have some gastric problems going on right now, gastric issues, which is getting better by the day, but it's taking me time to get used to spice again. So that's why I'm only using a little bit, but you can go crazy. And what I have seasoned this with is garlic powder, vinegar, sea salt, and a little bit of red chili, but like crushed red chili. I think it comes with that sea salt. So it comes with the sea salt and rainbow pepper or something. Yeah, so this is what seasoned this with some garlic powder, garlic granules, and we have white vinegar. So I only use like a tiny amount of the vinegar. That's just to kill the germs because we don't want it to taste taste the bitterness in it, so that's why I avoid lemon. Usually I do my seasoning with lemon, but I with these kinds of dishes which are not African based, well, I'm going to put my Africanness in it. But you know what I mean already. You can't. It's like you can't put lemon juice when you're eating roast dinner. You don't do that, right? So I didn't put any lemon. You could put there some. Sometimes I use the lemon if I don't have vinegar, but it has to be like a tiny amount, just enough to kill the bacteria and the sliminess in the meat or the fish or whatever. Yeah, but not too much of it. So there's a little bit of vinegar here right now, garlic powder and salt and rainbow pepper. Yeah, and then we have the garlic and then a little bit of chili on the side, and we have our parsley already. The parsley is ready waiting. This is going to be a quick dish, so I didn't want to start the parsley until I start cooking because I want to spend some time talking to you guys about some stuff. And I have the rice here, which is finished because this rice cooker only takes like less than 10 minutes. So the rice is done. What's this thing hanging on my finger? And the rice is done. As you can see, it's just waiting for me to put inside of the sauce that I'm going to make now. Yeah, so let's get back to our cooking. So first of all, we're going to put the garlic and everything. So I'm going to have to stop filming and then come back again. As you can see, the garlic is in and it's on very, very low heat right now. And then very soon I'm going to add the prawns to it so I can just give them a little bit of a taste of fryness, but it's not really going to be properly done. You'll see in a bit. So that's the red chili and garlic in. Yeah, I think we're going to need a little bit of seasoning. So we're going to put some aroma there. Usually I use vegetable stocking, but I keep forgetting to buy that stuff whenever I'm out. So it's like it's not a priority. Well, it should be because I'm cooking, but I keep forgetting. My mouth is always dry, like it's feeling so dehydrated all the time. But I'm trying to get better. That's why I'm uploading this video, because I hate laying down and not being able to do anything. So I got up and I started to make this video because I want to make me a nice dinner, and maybe you can learn something new as well. Because this dish I learned from a very good friend of mine, and I still love this food, and it's something that I can eat anytime, any day, and I will not get sick of it. Like, that's the kind of dish it is. Bloody indal, people like they do so, and that's why I don't like to cook it for when I have guests, because they finish all of it. They get teeth. No, don't mean say they get teeth. This one is Ghanaians. Eh? Please. Now I will. Yeah, so we're gonna add the prawns to it now, because I want it to take that flavor of the garlic and soak in the extra water that's gonna be in it right now. I hope I'm not forgetting something, because I hope I haven't cooked this for a while. So my ex-husband did not like this, because you know, men, they eat a lot. They don't like food that doesn't feel like nothing. So this is more like I said earlier, it's more like a starter kind of food. But I wouldn't call it starter, but for some other people it's a starter, but for me it's a meal. So I love it. So I'm just gonna see that extra water, I want it gone, because I'm gonna add the parsley in there. And once I add the parsley, like so, these prawns have already been cooked, so you don't have to worry about me having any food poisoning. That's the last thing we need with my illness right now. So no food poisoning here. We're gonna have a nice dinner, inshallah. So as that is coming up, I'm just gonna turn it down just a little bit, because I'm gonna do the parsley now. Ah, that smells so yummy already. You can smell the thing. Oh, I just wiped my nose, didn't I? Sorry, but I'm very sick. Okay, I know I'm only cooking for me, so please don't judge me. I'm going to wash my hands. Got our parsley. Whilst our thingy is cooking, we're gonna give the parsley a quick wash. So today, during this session, what I wanted to talk about was celibacy. I'm on a journey of celibacy, and the reason why I went on a journey of celibacy is because I find that as a divorcee, a lot of people, like from the culture I come from, like to take advantage on women who have been married, because they feel like, hey, kilu virgin, so it's going to be easy to get to into her pants and all of those nonsense. But I don't like to tolerate those kinds of nonsense. So the best thing for me, I have decided, and this decision was actually concealed while I was in Senegal, and I had a lot of male attention in Senegal, and I could have been up to so many things. But I decided that I was going to overcome any temptation, and I was not going to let anybody, use my body, because this is my body and it's sacred, it's mine. And it also represents the fact that I am a victim of childhood rape. So if I am going to lay with anyone at this age, it has to be someone really special, and not just anybody and just anyone. Like, you're allowed to make mistakes, yeah, but that doesn't mean you should be making mistakes all the time, because a lot of the time we women like to say that guys are horrible, they're this, But why do you think they're horrible? Why do you think they're behaving the way they are? We have to take responsibility at some point, because sometimes we are the ones that let them get away with so much, because so many women give it to men on the plate just so freely, like it's nothing. And how do you expect those men to marry you and stuff? And you might say, hey, but you're single. Yes, I am divorced twice, but these were my decision. I decided to end those relationships. So if I was desperate to get married, I would still be in my marriages, but I'm not. Right? And it's very easy. If I want to get married tomorrow, I swear to you, I can get married tomorrow. Dare me, and I will, like, it's going to be involving in religion, and that's why I couldn't do that kind of dare. But if I was able to get away with that kind of dare, I would. I can get married tomorrow. Yes, I can. Even though I'm single right now, I'm not in a relationship. But if I wanted to get married tomorrow, I will get married tomorrow. No doubt about that, honey boo boo. This is IC Jalo, okay? So we're not desperate to get married. My husband, one of my ex-husbands, I love it. I love it when I say my ex-husbands. I think it sounds so much cooler than my ex-husband, because it shows that I'm a radical, like, ex-husbands. Yeah. So yeah, and okay, before I go anywhere, let me say this, because someone said to me, I see you got divorced again, huh? And I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, the problem must be you. You see? So this is our African culture. If the marriage fails, it's always the woman's fault. Bow, mate, def. It was my fault. Everything that was wrong in my marriage, it was me. I see Jalo. It was nobody else. And that's what we're talking about right now. Because we are the ones responsible for everything bad that happens to us. It's hard to accept, but it's at the end of the day, it's the truth, okay? We always let things go to an extent where we shouldn't have even allowed it in the first place. Yeah, for example, my first marriage was very abusive for 6 years, and I stayed there for 6 years. Why did I stay there for 6 years? Why? The guy was not even that hot. Like this food I'm cooking. What I'm saying? So basically, you have to stop at some point and say, is it them or is it me? Yes. Because so many nonsense you allowed is because of you. Yeah, so why did I stay in a marriage for 6 years? We was in a relationship for 8 years, married for 6 years, and then boom, divorce. Who wants divorce? No one. Like, I grew up with my parents not being together. So I always had this thing in my head that I was gonna be married forever. Nobody gets married to get divorced. So I wanted to get out of it, because I weighed the options, and my children, I realized, would suffer more, me staying in an abusive marriage, because they're now gonna think that this is okay. And that is the heroine in me. The heroine in me is the girl or the woman who walked away. Let me say a girl, because that time I was not even a woman. I always say I'm not a woman until the day I told someone that I was bloody raped as a child, because that has to be like, yeah, that takes a real woman to do that. Yeah, so that's the day I think I became a woman, and that was very recent, and it was in 2012. That was the first time anybody had anything, and it was actually a very good doctor of mine. So now we've put the parsley in there. So with the parsley in, we don't need it very dry. So this is your garlic, your parsley, and your, everything, things in there. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit watery before I put the rice in, especially with the parsley. You don't want it overcooked, but you don't want it undercooked as well, because it will burn your throat. This thing doesn't joke. Okay, so it's the parsley, garlic, and I need to taste it. I never taste my food. This is the first time. More. We need more aroma. The reason why I'm putting more here is because I put a tiny bit of salt in the rice. So you didn't see me cook the rice, but like I said before, if you adults, yeah, YouTube has already told me that most of my audiences, or all of my audiences, are 18 plus. So you should know at least how to make rice. But this dish, I'm sure you haven't seen before. Over here. But I would there. And I didn't copy it from anyone but Miraf. Okay, Miraf gave me this dish in H&M since 2013. It was in the staff room. She was eating this food when I walked in. She just finished. And I said, oh, that smells so nice. She said, put some garlic together and put some parsley, and that's it. I said, that's it. She was like, yeah. I underestimated it. I underestimated it. So now let's put the rice in. So the camera is just holding on the side for a moment. As I do this, I don't even know if I'm going to publish this bit, but let's see. So the rice. Anyway, so now we are going to put the rice in. You see the rice? This thing. Oh, actually, one person who knows that I have been cooking this dish for a very long time is actually Binzi Cisse, because I gave her this recipe once. Yeah, I remember giving it to a few people, but Binzi Cisse stood out because I think she reminded me like, hey, I see what about that recipe. I think she saw it on my Facebook, and then I gave her the recipe. So Binzi Cisse, you can verify to everybody that I have been cooking this thing for a very long time, not yesterday. Like, no. This dish has been going on for a while. So that was when was that? When I gave it to Binzi. It was 2015 I gave it to Binzi, because I remember it was close to the time when I was going to Gambia. Yeah, so this is your food. Nice, yummy food that you can quickly whip up. No drama. And it's very, very tasty, guys. Don't underestimate what went in there. The smell of the prawns and the rice and the parsley and the garlic, it all goes really, really well together. And I'm telling you, you would want to eat it before you even finish, because right now I'm eating it. I have a dry mouth. But yeah, so what I was talking about in regards to celibacy is that I chose to be celibate because a lot of men out there have this idea that if this person was married before, then it's easy for me to get inside their pants. Well, hello, no, not everybody, okay? So for me, I'm like the kind of person, so I have learned my lessons, and I have decided to stay celibate, and I made this decision, and I was very firm with it at a point where I had a lot of male attention. This was when I was in Senegal. That was when I said, hey, I'm not coming back from this, yeah? So I was in Senegal, and there was a lot of male attention, and they were all trying to convince me that I must be horny. We don't sleep around. They're like, hey, yo, I said, you can't. Wow, nitla. You know, so I was getting offers. Don't get me wrong. I am not lamba. No. But I choose not to give my body out to any guy, you know, except Z1. So it's celibacy until for the rest of my single life. Of course, mistakes have been made in the way, but it's those mistakes that have taught me the lesson. And now everybody knows, hey, because now they will know that, hey, we're not giving any cookies. No, the cookies are staying in the jars made. So yeah, so I am not going to be sleeping with anybody. And publicly declaring it like this is like very daring as well. It's like, hey, look at this feminist boy, yeah. Yes, I see Diano. Yes, so yeah, so it's my body and I get to control what happens to it. So that's the first thing. And the other thing is, so many people, they come disguised as if they like you, they love bomb you. I don't know if you guys know about love bombing. Love bombing is when someone approaches you and acts like you're the only thing in the world that matters, but then give them a few weeks. When you start to show them interest, they will suddenly pull away and make you feel like you're the one in the wrong. Have you ever had that, ladies? Of course you have, don't lie. Yeah, so we have these things happening in the 21st century, and we also have women who give it to men on the plate, making it hard for us that want serious and tangible things. We can't get it. How can we get it when the other half of the species are out there holding around, being hood rats and all of that? How is it going to happen? It's not going to be easy, but at least women like me that choose that our body is sacred, that our body is not just going to be given to just anybody just like that. That is bravery, and I hope that a lot of women take this, especially women who are divorced, their target, because what happens is men, when they see a divorced woman, they say, she's done it, she knows how it's like, she's not going to mind giving it away, compared to a woman who's never been married before, because they might look at her and think she's a virgin, even if she's not. You understand? So this is the reason why we need to be very, very careful about what we do with our bodies, and how to control temptations, and also not satisfying other people's need, not just giving. Sometimes, a lot of times, you realize that you would even do something that you didn't want to do, but because you feel pressured that you're not making someone happy, you feel pressured, and then you do it, and then you end up regretting it. When you're celibate, you don't have to worry about all of that. I have like a peace of mind. I go to bed, and then every day I have to pray about it. Yes, before I didn't pray about it, but now I actually wake up every day intentionally and say, Allah, please let me be able to maintain this purity that I feel inside of me right now, because that's what I call it. I call it purity because I'm not allowing any man to come near me, just any man, understand? So at the end of the day, we women have to take back control and say, no, this is not how it's going to happen. Yeah, good luck. If you have lots of holes out there waiting for you, good luck. I wish you all the best, but this is just my opinion, and this is my decision, and I've made a decision that this is the way. The celibacy way is the way, because then you see a lot of people for their true colors. Trust me, you want to get rid of a guy, tell them you're celibate, and see how quickly they run away from you. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I have like a peace of mind now. Like, I don't have to think about satisfying anybody's needs. No, some things do not really know. I can't even talk here. But yeah, I have been doing this celibacy thing since marriage, actually, because when I was married, I was abused a lot, and I'm the kind of person that, yes, the mental abuse, the physical abuse, when those things were going on, I never gave in. There were times I went up to 8 months and I did not have sex in my marriage, because if you're mentally abusing me and you're physically abusing me, how can I, as a woman, lay down with you? This is a problem for a lot of women, because they go on to sleep with their abusers. That was one thing I'm so proud of myself when I was going through the abuse in my marriages. I never gave the cookie away. that was something that was like, yeah, you can do everything, but you will not touch me sexually. Yeah, that's how I believe in. And then after marriage, I realized there's a lot of men, a lot of ungenuine and very disgusting hoodrati chewing gum boys. They call themselves men. They're not men. They come and they want to see what they can get from you, and if they can't get that from you, they will hate you. And if they don't hate you, they will do everything they can just to get you and then go, just so they can say they've had you. So we have to be careful as women. Some people, they just see you on Facebook, they say, I'm going to have this person. How do you even know these guys are not having bets with their friends, like, oh, I'm gonna go for icy, watch how I'm going to get her? You know what I'm saying? People are messed up these days. Guys are messed up. Some of them, they have very small dicks, and that's why they go around and poking holes everywhere, because that's what they need to do to feel big about themselves, is to go and F around. And they call them F boys. I call them hood rats. Yeah, because they have little tiny thing like rats, and then they go around poking every hole, so they're hood rats. Hood rats, men, hood rats. That's what I say. They go and poke holes everywhere because their thing is tiny. It's tiny. So for them to make themselves feel like men, they need to do 100,000 women in order for them to feel like men, because they are tiny. That's why they have to make themselves big by going around poking every hole. That's the reason behind it. So ladies, be careful, especially if you have been married before and divorced. Keep it tight, lock it down, put the padlock on it, and throw the key away, because they are not worth it. They will come and try and get in your pants. And especially for me, I have girl children, and because I have girl children, I have to be very, very careful about the kind of men I bring around my children. Since I have been divorced from my first husband since 2014, my children only met one guy, that they were introduced to as my boyfriend. You understand? Only one person they were introduced to as my boyfriend since 2014, and that was my next husband. And then I went on to marry that guy, and we unfortunately we divorced. But look, to this day, since we divorced like a year ago, I still have not introduced my girls to any boyfriend. Do you understand? So you have to be very careful, because children remember these things. Children watch what you do as well. So because I have girls, I have to protect myself, and because I want to protect them. So they can only follow on my footsteps. And these are the steps that I chose to take. And that's why I'm on this journey of celibacy. And I don't care who agrees with me. I don't care who even believes me. Because my own best friend does not even believe me, because he called me from Senegal. My best friend from Senegal called me. He said, I see. I see. This is not good for you. I see. I don't believe you. So he's talking like that. He's my best friend. If he doesn't believe me, how can I expect anybody else to believe me? So I'm not doing this video to convince anybody. I have been practicing celibacy on and off for a very long time, and I've taken it very seriously this time for reasons that, you meet F-boys, and then, nah, I don't want nobody to give me no diseases. Okay, thank you. HIV, AIDS, STDs, and all of that. Bye. So this is the finishing product. This is the rice that I was making while I was talking about F-boys. Yes, you are allowed to make mistakes, but you are not allowed to also learn from it. And if you don't learn from them, you will keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. We women like to ask about why is it that men, and this way we hardly look at ourselves and think, what are we doing wrong? I will go into the topic of domestic abuse and domestic violence on another video, because if I try to do everything in one if I try to do everything in one video, it's not going to be a good thing. It's going to be long videos, and they take very long to upload on YouTube. But we will talk about domestic abuse and all of that in another video, and issues in marriages and other things. But for now, I'm so hungry, guys. I just want to go and make myself a glass of ice. I always have a glass of ice. Like my house, you can have nothing here, and I don't care. But if I don't have my ice, that will drive me crazy. So let me get my ice and get my food and go and eat, because I'm starving. The food is actually just making me starve. Bye.